Hey guys, the Sephora Holiday Savings event is coming up. It starts November 1st for Rouge members. I'm going to put up here and down below in my description box when everyone can start shopping. It's like a tiered experience. Rouge members can start a little bit earlier than VIB and Insiders, and Rouge members get 20% off. VIB members get 15%, Insiders get 10% off. So I'll leave all the detailed information down below. And Rouge members can start shopping in store and online November 1st. So today's video is going to be recommendations for basically all of my non-makeup recommendations because I just wanted to split it up. Otherwise the video would be way too long. So I have a bunch of skincare, I have fragrance, I have body care, and I have hair care. So let's start with fragrance. It's what was sitting on top of my bag. So let's just get that out of the way. I have recommended these two fragrances in almost all of my VIB sale recommendations videos. And I like to pull these kind of scents out as we're going into the fall winter. I'd probably recommend something different if we were talking about the spring savings event, but this is the Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille and the Tom Ford Ombre Leather. And I sat there with the ombre leather and the Tuscan leather from Tom Ford. I went back and forth and back and forth. And I've always liked this one more, but I was kind of just like checking myself. And this one won out again. So the ombre leather, I have it on right now. I just love the smell of leather. And the ombre leather is like a fresher, newer leather. The Tuscan leather from Tom Ford, which I also love, it is deeper and darker. It's sort of like an old, smoky library club chair leather. Like when I close my eyes, I smell Tuscan leather when I think of a room like that. The ombre leather is more like a new car, like new furniture, a new handbag. It's like lighter and a little bit fresher, if that makes sense in terms of leather. So I just really like the ombre leather. Again, I love the Tuscan leather, but if I had to choose one, I like the ombre leather. And then Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. Who can resist this fragrance? It's so good. It has, like, I feel like the tobacco is very masculine, the vanilla is very feminine. And I'm not the biggest fan of vanilla, like very strong vanilla-based scents because it's just too sweet for me. But the tobacco, even though like straight up tobacco, has kind of like a sticky, sweet, tangy, sour kind of scent. It seems to balance out just the really warm sweetness of the vanilla. Combined, you get this very, very interesting sweet, but not sickly sweet scent. And I do feel like this is unisex, which I also think is very interesting because I don't generally like sweet scents on men, but I feel like this can go kind of masculine. I really love it. It's just very, very warm to me. This to me is kind of like a warm, fuzzy blanket while you're sitting in front of the fireplace and it's snowing outside. That's what I think of when I think of Tobacco Vanille. I have a candle of Tobacco Vanille, which I need to bring out, actually. But yeah, this scent is so great. Okay, the next two scents, I just got these. I have fallen in love. If you guys watched my most recent Sephora try-on haul, I got the Montal Intense Cafe because I love, love, love the scent of coffee. I just don't like when when it's too sweet. You're gonna hear that a lot from me. And I also picked up the Kilian Smoking Hot. I got travel sizes for both of these because I have a lot of fragrances, but I've been enjoying both so much. So the Intense Cafe, it's very gourmand and it's very floral. So I feel like whenever I spray this, I smell rose and then I smell coffee. And when I first smell this, and I'm gonna stick to this description because I think it's so accurate, I feel like I'm sitting in a garden, like a garden cafe, and I've ordered some coffee and they're making it like right over there for me. So I get these wafts of both like floral and coffee all at the same time. And I love it. I do want to say, as I wore this throughout the day, I feel like the floral definitely started to fade and the coffee became a little bit more prominent. And I feel like this is such a unique combination between like a coffee and a floral because generally the coffee scents that I've gone for, that I've smelled, that I've tried, they usually stay pretty sweet and they usually don't venture out too far from just kind of like a gourmand. It's usually like coffee and vanilla or something. So I really like this one. I think it's very interesting and I like that at the end of the day, I can smell the coffee a little bit more. The Kilian Smoking Hot is such an interesting mix of notes because what attracted me to this is that it had notes of apple. I love apple. I love apples. I love fresh apples. I love baked apples. I love apple candles, apple cider donuts. I just love apple, the smell of apples, apple seltzer. I could go on and on. And so when I saw apple, I was like, oh, what do we have here? But this, actually, much like the Intense Cafe, this is such an interesting combination of scents. And I'm not going to be able to very intelligently talk about all the different notes, but the apple and the fruit and the sweetness, I feel like I smell them first. They're the strongest, and then they definitely fade, and you're left with something just a little bit deeper. I'll put the notes up here, but this is so, so great. And I think the apple is so perfect, of course, for the fall season. So I've been loving this. The only downside to this, especially compared to the other three scents that I talked about, the other three fragrances, because those fragrances are very strong. They will absolutely last all day. I felt like at the end of the day, this one was gone, which isn't so bad. I do feel like it lasted all day, but it wasn't like still like kind of going strong at the end of the day. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay, so those are the fragrances that I wanted to talk about. Let's get into skincare because there's a lot. All right, since we are talking about a sale, I figured I would just pull out the big guns and just talk about all of my favorites. Most of them are luxury products, and I'm going to start with La Mer. Such a good time to stock up on all of your favorites. For me, La Mer is definitely one of my favorite products. If you guys are new to my channel or haven't been watching me for that long, La Mer, the moisturizing cream, is something I've been using for probably close to 25 years now. I suffered from eczema very, very badly in my like later teens and 20s, and I was just really sick of using steroid cream. It kind of messed up the skin on my upper lip, and so I just went on this kind of deep dive trying to find just over-the-counter creams that wouldn't bother my skin. And I basically just one day saved up all of my pennies. I had read about La Mer in like either Vogue or Bazaar or whatever, and I was like, I am going to try it. And I trekked up to Bergdorf or Saks at the time, or Barney's, one of those, and got myself a jar of the moisturizing cream, and it actually helped my eczema. Now, I know this is something that they don't necessarily promote, but they do promote the strengthening of your skin barrier, the reduction of fine lines and wrinkles, et cetera, et cetera. I can vouch for all of that. Again, I've been using this pretty much on and off for the past almost 25 years, like I said. What I love about the cream is you need so little of this cream, and I'm going to show you how to use this properly because there is a technique. Now, it's not that complicated. Now, when I say you need a little bit, I would say that much is about all you need. La Mer's instructions is, just a pearl size amount. I'm like, I think even a pearl size amount is too much. I have very, very dry skin, and this is plenty for me. But what you want to do is you want to rub it between your fingers, warm it up basically until the cream is completely translucent. There's no white to it at all. And then you just want to press it into your skin. Don't rub it in or anything, just press it into your skin, and you're going to feel it melt into your skin. Again, that's going to be plenty. You're going to feel it melt into your skin. And then I even put like whatever's left over on the back of my hands. La Mer is absolutely fantastic. I know there's a lot of naysayers out there. I know it's a very polarizing product. I think you either love or you hate it. I'm in the love it camp, and I highly, highly recommend the cream, the original cream, the creme de la mer of La Mer. So that's my first skincare recommendation. My next one from La Mer is the treatment lotion. This is such a great lotion. Now, I apply this after I wash my face and I tone my face. I don't always tone my face. I feel like if it's feeling a little bit imbalanced, I will tone it, and then I'll throw some of this lotion on. Now, you can see it has a pretty thin texture. It has almost an oily texture. It doesn't have like that slick feel of oil, but that kind of density. It has a dropper top. I kind of like shake out 2 drops and I press that into my skin, and it is basically like a moisture boost. And this is definitely something I wanted to throw into this particular recommendations video because, again, we're going into the cooler months, the colder months. This is an absolute lifesaver when it comes to the cooler months, and I am running dangerously low on this, and I'm definitely going to be re-upping on this Ew, gross. I don't know what's on the cap. And I'm definitely going to be re-upping on this when I'm able to start shopping. And on the tails of this, what I also wanted to recommend is La Mer has sheet masks with this treatment lotion in the sheet mask. I am out of them. It is another thing I'm going to be putting into my Sephora cart when I go shopping. I'm very, very excited to re-up on it. I think it is a great way to travel with this treatment lotion because as you can see, this bottle's pretty big. It's also glass, so not a great travel companion. And so I like bringing those sheet masks when I travel. So that is definitely going into my cart and I do want to recommend them for you as well. Okay, and the last product from La Mer that I wanted to recommend is their lip polish. I love this lip polish. I don't know what I did before I got this lip polish. It is fantastic. I love the texture of it. I love the grittiness of it. I love that I don't need a lot of it. There was one lip polish, I'm actually trying to remember which one it was. It was, I think it was from Lush. Anyway, it was super gritty, so it was super rough, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, it needs to be effective, but I don't want to feel like I'm tearing skin off of my face. But it was so dry. I think that's why it felt really rough. It was so dry that it was like every time I scooped out a little bit and tried to put it on and start moving it around, it would just sort of like crumble off of my lips. And it was like, I just had to keep going in for more and more. It was just hard to use. This has like the perfect amount of goo and grit. It also smells great. It has a little bit of mintiness, which I'm not the biggest fan of when it comes to lip products, but it seems to work in this lip polish. And I really love it. And I just love the fact that I don't need a lot of it. I just scoop out a little bit with like the back of my thumbnail and I just boop, 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 boop. And I just sort of use circular motions and I get both of my lips and then I'm done. I just splash some water on my lips and I take like a paper towel and wipe it off and I'm done. It's great. All right, let's talk about some other serums. So I've got two serums here that I really love. The Skin Fix Triple Lipid and Collagen Activating Serum, and then the Dr. Barbara Sturm Hyaluronic Serum. This I've talked about in a lot of other recommendations videos. This is probably the only hyaluronic product that I feel like is very effective. Very, very effective. I feel like the first time I tried this, I was skeptical, but I tried it. And I remember I put it on as part of my evening skincare routine and I woke up the next day, you know, with all of my other products being the same. I woke up the next day and I was like, my skin looks plump. Like literally like all the fine lines look like they were just sort of filled in and pushed out from the inside out. And I was like, it's gotta be this hyaluronic serum. And it most absolutely was. This is the most effective hyaluronic serum I've ever used. And I live in a very, very dry climate. So if you do as well, make sure you put something on top of the hyaluronic serum to kind of like seal it all in. You just want to make sure that you use a moisturizer. La Mer is actually great. Great is a great product to use over the hyaluronic serum. It's just a mistake that I think people make when they use products with hyaluronic acid in there because hyaluronic acid basically just pulls moisture from around it. And if there's no moisture in the air, it's going to pull moisture from your skin. So you don't want it to do that. You want to make sure that you use a product on top of it. That is the Dr. Barbara Sturm Hyaluronic Serum. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. The Skin Fix Activating Serum, this is really, really great. I mean, Skin Fix is known for its products if you do have like a really busted skin barrier, if you have eczema like I did, or is psoriasis due to like a broken skin barrier? I think so. Anyway, any of the rosacea, any of those issues, if you need basically something to really kind of like hug and pamper your skin and tell your skin it's going to be okay, you want to use something like Skin Fix. It is so comforting. It's so comforting and it's so calming to the skin. And anytime I feel like my skin just is getting angry, it's getting reactive, I'll go in with the Skin Fix. So as you can see, the Dr. Barbara Sturm serum is very serum-like. It has a pretty thin texture. It's clear. The Skin Fix has more of like a lotiony texture. So it is definitely thicker. And another one, especially with the winter time coming, the dryness is coming, I know my skin can start to act a little bit differently. I basically have issues every time the weather changes. So during the fall and the spring, I have to be really careful with the products that I use and just sort of pamper my skin a little bit extra. All right, so additionally for creams, aside from the Creme de la Mer cream, I know that can be a very rich and heavy cream for a lot of people. It's also fragranced, which I know a lot of people don't like. So I did want to recommend the Augustinus Bader, the Rich Cream. This does not have a fragrance. Hold on, I just want to make sure I'm not lying. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a fragrance. Yeah, there's no fragrance, and it's very, very rich. It is very, very moisturizing, but it's not quite as thick as the La Mer. So if you don't feel like you need like turbo moisturizer like the La Mer, I think the Augustinus Batter is really, really nice. Like if you just feel like your skin's just kind of dry, this is amazing, absolutely amazing. So that's the rich cream. And then if maybe you like to use something lighter during the day, you have dry skin, but maybe you just like to use these richer creams in the evening and just kind of keep it light during the day. Maybe you wear a very heavy sunscreen or something. I've been really enjoying the Charlotte Tilbury, the Magic Cream. I did not give this that much attention when it first came out because of all these other things that I have going on. I was like, oh, okay, she's come out with a cream, great. I've used it a few times here and there. It's been fine. Then I started using it this past summer for like a couple months, and I really enjoyed it. And I really liked it under makeup, which is another plus if you want to use it during the daytime. It has almost like a cold cream texture. So it's thick, but it's not like super dense like the La Mer. So it's thick, but once you get it in your hand, it kind of lightens up a little bit. It's almost like a souffle texture. And it just melts right into the skin. It does also have like hyaluronic acid in there. It's a really great moisturizer. Again, for, I want to say normal to dry skin. I have such dry skin, it's really hard for me to even think like if you have oily skin, what would work for it. But if you have oily skin and you enjoy this cream, please let us know down below in the comment section. It's just hard for me to even project that far from my own skin type, but definitely great for dry and I would say normal skin types. Speaking of sunscreen, I love the Shiseido Urban Environment Sun Dual Care Fresh Moisture Hyaluronic Acid SPF 42. This is, as you can see, this is a very well-loved bottle. I think it's pretty much done. But this is such a great like SPF that is almost, it's like weightless. It's seamless. It doesn't feel too thick. I don't feel like it's super shiny on my face. It is a chemical sunscreen. Yeah, a chemical sunscreen. So it has avobenzone, homosalate, octosalate, and octocrylene. So it does not have any physical sunscreen in here. There's no like zinc oxide or anything like that. So it's a very smooth sunscreen. It's not going to leave that white cast or anything. But when it comes to chemical sunscreens, I do feel like they end up being very kind of like oily and shiny. And I don't find that with this. It's a really nice texture. So I wanted to mention this guy. And then Elemis is at Sephora now, and they are known for, or their hero product is this cleansing balm, the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. This is probably my third tub of this. It's really, really good. My evening skincare routine is to use a makeup remover to get like basically, I don't know, most of my makeup off. And then I like to go in with a balm to kind of remove the rest of the makeup and to actually wash my face. And then I'll take a damp washcloth and just like wipe everything off. And this is fantastic. It smells really, really fresh. It does a really good job, you know, cleaning my skin, which is the most important thing. But it doesn't leave it feeling dry. It doesn't leave it feeling like oily. It leaves it actually feeling pretty balanced. So I really enjoy this Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I know they have different, I was gonna say flavors. That's not right. They have different like scents or whatever. I know they have like a rose one, and I think they may even have like a green tea one, but maybe not on Sephora. I've tried the rose one, very nice if you like a little bit of a rose scent, and it's also pink. But the original one is fantastic. I love it. If I had to choose, I would go back to the original one. Okay, body care. Now, I feel like people talk more about body care during the spring, summertime because more of your skin is showing. I don't know. I never showed that much skin any time of the year. So I personally like really amp up my body skincare routine when the weather turns colder because that's when my skin gets drier, it gets more scaly, gets more flaky, you know. So two body creams that I really, really enjoy. Charlotte's Magic Body Cream. This is so good. This one is a little bit lighter than the next one I'm going to be talking about. This has a really like soft, almost non-existent fragrance, but the texture is so nice. So I use this basically if my skin is just feeling normal. It's not feeling like extra special dry, which the next body cream is for. But this has a really beautiful, smooth texture that is so moisturizing, but it doesn't just sit on top of your skin. It absorbs, and it's this product that actually brought me to the Magic Cream because I was like, wait a second. I love this body cream so much. Let's check out this magic cream and see how I like it for my actual face. So anyway, I kind of backed into Charlotte Tilbury's magic cream because of this body cream. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so smooth, but it doesn't feel too oily. It's so nice. Let's see, it has caffeine, Algactive Uplift, I have no idea what that is, I apologize, hyaluronic acid, and shea butter. It's hydrating, smoothing effect. It lifts, reshapes the look of body contours. I can't say that I've seen my body contoured from this, but definitely very hydrating, definitely very smoothing, super softener, skin glowing radiance. Yeah, super glowy. It's just really, really nice. Like if you want to spoil yourself on like a self-care Sunday or whatever, this is a great body cream. Now, if your skin is dry as hell, like mine gets in the wintertime, I would highly suggest the Augustina's Batter, the body cream. This stuff is basically like the La Mer for your body. Look at how dense that is. It is thick. It is very, very thick, and I have extremely dry legs. It's great. I'm not gonna lie though, it takes a little bit of work to like get it into, you have to like really like work it in to your skin. It's like you have to give yourself a massage, but man, oh man, is this stuff moisturizing, and your body will stay moisturized all day. It's really fantastic, and no fragrance or anything. Wait, I'm gonna show you how thick it is. It's almost like paste. I keep moisturizing my left arm. Let me go to my right arm. That is how thick it is. Once you warm it up, it definitely breaks down. Your skin will start to absorb it. So it definitely isn't one of those that just sort of like sits on top of your skin, but it is incredibly moisturizing. All right, some hair care products. These are probably not gonna be a surprise to you, but I wanted to recommend the Reverie shampoo and conditioner. I have medium to coarse textured hair, but it is very, very flat. So I end up getting shampoos and conditioners and styling products that are for volume. That unfortunately usually translates to fine hair. So I've tried like volumizing shampoos that have been like a disaster because I don't have thin hair. But this actually works really, really well. What I like about this combination is my hair doesn't feel like dry or knotty in any way. That's the problem I've had with some other volumizing shampoos and conditioners, that my hair will literally feel like a bird's nest. Anyway, this will actually feel like I've put some like dry shampoo into my hair. So it gives it some body. I don't know what magic is in this combination, but I'll put in like, you know, a heat protectant. I love my Sicily La Creme 230. I do like the Reverie Milk. I have some other ones. I love the Orbe Balm d'Or. Those are all great. I'll throw that in. I'll, you know, blow dry my hair, and it'll just feel like I've already put like a little bit of styling product in there, but my hair doesn't feel dirty or anything like that. It definitely feels very, very clean, like I've washed it. But yeah, it just feels like there's some built-in body to it, which is great. So I wanted to mention these. I think the last time I checked, the shampoo was sold out on Sephora. I really, really hope they re-up before the sale starts. So I wanted to mention those. And then this is new. I just hauled these and I'm enjoying them. This is from Davines, and I got the Volu shampoo and hair mist. So this Volu line is for volume. And I was a little bit skeptical because I was like, I think it's for fine hair. They don't even have a conditioner for this Volu line. It's just the shampoo, and then you throw in the hair mist. So I've been using like a lot of different combinations of stuff, like this shampoo with this conditioner, this hair mist with the Reverie, shampoo and conditioner. This hair mist is great. I think if you just want like a styling product, like you're very happy with your shampoo and conditioner, but maybe you just want a little something extra, you want to give your hair just a little bit of grit, like your hair feels a little bit too clean after you get out of the shower. This is really, really great. It is a lot better than a lot of other volumizing mists that I've used. Like there is the, the Orbe, is it the Maximista? I think it's the Maximista spray. That will give your hair some volume, but it's really sticky. And I've had issues actually with the physical nozzle because it's such a sticky product that it gets stuck and product can't come out and I have to run it under hot water, the whole thing. And I don't like the way it actually makes my hair feel. It looks great. you get a lot of body, but it feels like just like a version of hairspray. This doesn't feel that way. This definitely feels a lot cleaner, and it gives your body like volume, but not artificial volume like hairspray or dry shampoo. It just gives it like bounce, like a little bit more bounce, a little bit more life. So I've really been enjoying that. And this shampoo really is like a nice like mixture with this. I was not a fan when I did this combination. It just, I don't know, it didn't do, like one didn't do anything more for the other. But I really like this combination, and I'm kind of jazzed at the fact that I can just shampoo my hair and not have to condition it in the shower and save myself some time and actually have really decent hair when I come out. So those are my hair care recommendations. And then just one last thing, the Westman Atelier Baby Blender brush. I love this brush. It's a good brush. It's synthetic haired. I love, love, love the shape and the size of this brush. It's slightly domed. It is a very chubby kind of brush. I know Gucci Westman designed this brush to apply highlight or to just kind of like blend out cheek products, but I use this for eyeshadow because I like very simple eyeshadow looks, one and done eyeshadows. This fits perfectly in her iPods. Where are they? Her iPods. It fits perfectly in her iPods. You can swirl it around and then you can just back and forth windshield wiper motions. And if you're into like a one and done eyeshadow look like I am, it's like a snap. The bristles are really, really soft. And at least for me, it just fits so comfortably over my lid. I just ride it up, ride it back down, and that's it. I love this brush. And in fact, I think at this point, I may have like 3 or 4 of these. I love them that much. Okay, guys, so those are all of my non-makeup recommendations for the Sephora Holiday Savings event. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I will definitely be back for recommendations on makeup. There is a lot, and I'm really trying to whittle it down. I'm really trying, but I also don't want to forget anything that's like really, really good. But anyway, stay tuned for that. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.